years. And in recent days, we've been talking to the game's big guns, the players, the coaches, the power brokers and loyal fans. Who'll be the winners and the losers? Here's Martin King with the ultimate footy guide.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. Let's get down to it.
Consensus.
Nervous hands and anxious smiles.
You can feel it.
This is right where we belong.
And it's so close you can almost taste it.
Yes, you can taste it, mate. Doesn't it feel beautiful?
27 sleeps, mate.
27. If you counted it.
Martin, it's going to be a big year in football.
Until that first bounce, all teams are equal. How sweet then is the expectation and anticipation of AFL season 2008. It's training and it's raining at Princes Park, but there's nothing blue about this Blues diehard.
How excited are you?
I'm very excited. I'm getting real giddy just talking about it.
I'm getting you giddy.
Yeah.
Is it me or the footy?
It's the footy.
Oh.
This special footy preview is brought to you by the Big Fev, Richo and Jono, Bombers coach Matthew Knights, the Pies Prez Eddie Maguire, North Melbourne head honcho James Brayshaw, Cats legend Billy Brownless, the scribe of footy scribes Mike Sheehan, and the greatest experts of all, the fans.
My partner's there as well. He's around there taking pictures of the boys, so it's a family thing.
Well, listen, what are you going to be doing in September?
Hopefully playing finals. It'll be the goal from the team to be playing finals. It's been too long. 2002 was the last time we played finals, so looking forward to September, hopefully.
Because they're starting to come good, which finally gives us some reason to actually hate them rather than pity them.
What do you think Chris Judd will do for Carlton?
Hopefully he just brings a lot of experience. He's a premiership captain. He's been there when it counts, played in 2 grand finals. He's won a Brownlow medal. Norm Smith, so he's achieved the pinnacle in football in all areas. So hopefully he can bring that and a lot of experience to our young boys.
And there it is! Can the best team, Geelong, stay the best in 08 and not succumb to a premiership hangover?
It's a tough ask, no doubt about that. The hardest thing in football is to win back-to-back premierships. Look, they've still got a very good side, a very good squad, which is important. Obviously, they had a really good run with injuries last year. And, yes, they can do it for sure.
Who's the team for Geelong to beat?
They all are. We just take it one week at a time. But, look, there's certainly St Kilda. They've been around the mark for 4 or 5 years now, and it's time for St Kilda to really stand up. So they'll be a very good side. Hawthorn are just coming along beautifully. They're playing good football. Fremantle look strong again. So those three will be certainly up there. And
Mike Sheehan, chief football writer at the Herald Sun newspaper, has watched 1,200 games from the magnificent MCG.
And every time I walk in, even today with nothing on, I still get a tingle. It's the MCG, it's sort of the temple. I just can't, I mean, I know it sounds silly for someone of my age, but it's just as a love affair with this stadium, and it just, year by year, it just gets better and better.
But Sheehan is one expert who gives Freo the old
I'm the jilted lover with Fremantle. They've turned me down too many times. I have actually liked them for about 5 years in a row. They haven't delivered. I think they've got more grunt in the coach's box than they've got on the footy ground.
At Tigerland, the wooden spoon is forgotten. Like every other side, it's a new season, and the slate is clean.
Mate, how are the Tigers travelling?
Yeah, look, we've had a great pre-season. We've been out slogging it in the 35-degree heat. Everyone's very fit, ready to go, and a few more practice matches, and then we're into the real stuff against Carlton in a few weeks' time.
Can Richmond surprise us this year?
Well, I obviously think that we can. A lot of people have written us off already, you know, before the ball's even been bounced. But, look, I think we've got a good young list, exciting young players. A few of those guys step up. I just think we might surprise a couple of people.
Well, the Bulldogs this year are going to be a totally different side. A lot of new young blood coming through, and you know they're the energy of the side. So we're looking forward to those guys to step up to help the rest of the side win.
Brad Johnson says this season Bully supporters can expect more bite than bark.
Oh, there's no more pressure than what there usually is. We just need to improve as a side and be more consistent on game day. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll win more than we lose, and come finals time we should be in there somewhere.
What about my side, North Melbourne?
The Kangas. You better ask James Brayshaw that. And he's the man there. Hasn't he just saved them?
Yeah, he's done a good job.
The Lord has just risen there. Lord James, they call him out there.
Bill's a stupid fat man.
Anyone who thinks I'm the saviour needs to have a good long hard look in the mirror.
Many Hand says the North boss made the club great.
I can't wait for it to start. We've done a lot of talking and there hasn't been a lot of action to date, so you know, once the players get out there and start playing, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We're going to hit round one very hard, and I've seen the playing group in action and they look fantastic, so I think we're in for a good year.
Don's coach, Matthew Knights, says fans can expect plenty of this year.
The atmosphere is bubbly. I mean, when there's a fresh start around the environment, everyone's up and about. Our expectation is we're going out to play hard and to win football games, and you know what comes of that will, and you know, but Essendon Footy Club do have high expectations and expect a high standard. So you know, our players will know nothing less.
Have a punt on the top four at the end of the year. What do you reckon?
Top four: St Kilda, Fremantle, Geelong.
Carlton?
No, we won't be top four. I'm not sure. I don't know about that, but they'll be the top three. But the bottom four will probably be... I can't wait to say the bottom four, just in case.
Why?
Just in case I'm mods some teams.
Oh, jeez, you're asking me to crystal ball things here, but... Yeah. Oh, look, you'll find Geelong will be up there, St Kilda. I think Fremantle will be up there. The Eagles are always going to be around about. Sydney.
I don't think it's just Geelong they have to worry about beating this year. I think there's teams like Fremantle who have been on the cusp for a while now. The new coach with Mark Harvey. Hawthorn are on the rise. Even Carlton now have got some momentum going.
The Prez says don't rule out West Coast or Port Adelaide.
Have a crack at the top four, Ed.
So long as we're in it, I don't give a rat's who else is there.
A rat's what?
I don't care.
Wooden spoon?
Not interested. I just hope it's Carlton.
As long as it's not Collingwood.
As long as it's not us, and if it's Carlton, that's a bonus.
Mike Sheehan says Geelong is a standout. Then St Kilda, Collingwood, Brisbane and possibly Hawthorn. Bottom four?
The indications are the popular view would be Essendon, Richmond, Melbourne and probably Carlton.
Sheehan says Adelaide will struggle without Blackman. Port Adelaide and West Coast will be competitive.
What do you think? Top four sides for the finals this year? You're thinking, what about the wooden spoon? No? Not Carlton?
No way.
No way? All right. Not North Melbourne. Don't say North Melbourne. Is it? No, oh, good boy.
But what do the punters think? Here's the sports bet odds for the top four. The Cats the favourite at $3.10. At the other end, here's the bottom four. The poor old Tigers paying more than $100. And here's the betting for the wooden spoon. Tiger fans, look away now.
No chance of predicting the wooden spoon.
You won't tell me?
No, I've got to play them week in, week out. I'm not giving anyone any ammunition. It's hard enough as it is to get a kick.
Martin King with that footy preview, and this year's AFL competition starts.